I'm too scared. My brain won't work.
Good evening, boys and ghouls. Welcome back to the Friday stream, which is satisfactory. The satisfactory will continue until morale improves. So, good evening, Mighty Stoosh, Captain Sandwich, who's going to be playing his own game, which I totally support. And Guandalicious, welcome. Welcome, Guandalicious. We are doing some satisfactory, like I said, but first, as always, we must begin with today's game duel. So let's see what it is. It's actually, what is this? It's like Pokemon, but that ain't no Pokemon I ever heard of. It's not Pal World. It's not cartoony enough to be Pal World. Is this metaphor okay, never mind. It's not that. Could it be Monster Hunter? One of the Monster Hunter games. Okay, it is a Monster Hunter game. I don't know which one. Monster Hunter Generations, perhaps? No. Monster Hunter... there's too many of these. Maybe it's World. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Okay. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Okay. it's one of those. Way too dang many Monster Hunter games. It's like Assassin's Creed at this point. All right, what do we got here? This is Machinarium. Okay, we got them. And now keywords is going to give us crowns, bandits, and mutants. Crowns, bandits, and mutants. That's interesting. Crowns implies fantasy, but mutants implies post-apocalypse. Slay the princess, perhaps. Nope. Okay, okay, nope. Radiation Wasteland and Roguelite. So this could be nuclear throne. Okay, there we go. Fallout? Why would you say Fallout? Because post-apocalypse? There's at least 3 post-apocalyptic games. All right, on to the real game. That was quick. That was much better than... Was it Wednesday where I didn't get any of them? That was embarrassing. I'm usually better than that. All right, here we go. All right, we're back. Here we go. So let's show off what we got. Let's see where we're at. We are going to see some kind of factory, and it's going to be cool. It's going to rule. It's loading. Uh-oh. This is taking longer than expected. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, it loaded. We're good. I was a little concerned there. All right, let's see where our hard drives is. I have no hard drives scanning right now. Okay, well, that's a little bit concerning, but that's all right. We're gonna head out. Oh, nope. Hold on to the the monster meat. Hex wants to know if Satisfactory is guaranteed. Yes. Money back guarantee. If it's not satisfactory, then we'll make it right. All right, so today, I think we need to revisit the heavy modular frames factory. Guandalicious likes my cat headphones. Thank you. They're technically Emmys, but I have taken them. Oh my goodness. All right, I guess we're loading in here. Give it a second to load in. Oh my goodness. The game may be crashing, folks. Nope, we're good. Just loading in. We're good. Everything's fine. I really don't know, like how maybe streaming this game isn't the best idea. I don't know. Something about the oh, we gotta zoop that. Something about the old video card does not like where we're at it. We're trying to double dip video card for streaming or for video capture plus video card for the game, etc., etc. How new is my PC? It's not that new. It's a couple years old at this point. It could probably do with at least like a video card upgrade at this point, but that's not really a it's not really in the cards for a while. There's a big backlog of things that are like on the list to get before I get a new video card. Custom build, yeah, I built it myself. Oh no, you're saying you got a custom built one. Okay. Yeah, no, I built this one myself. I just ordered all the parts. But yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't know why anybody would buy like an off-the-shelf computer unless you're like a grandma. Hex says it's so silly that a game like Satisfactory is hardware. Why is that silly? What else would it be? Like, look at look at the map. It's massive. There's all kinds of stuff going on constantly. Check it out. I left a little hole for the cave. Now we can go in here if we want. Yay, we can go in the cave. I don't know why we would, but we can. There's nothing. I mean, I wouldn't say there's nothing down here, but there's really no reason to go down there. All right, so to make a, I guess let's start with just a manufacturer. So the end result needs to be a heavy modular frame. We have a couple of options here, and I think actually rubber is the superior option here, because we can bring rubber in from the oil and we'll have to drop it off at the train station, but that's not a problem. So we bring in rubber, and then we make everything else on site, and then there you go. So let's I guess let's find a good spot for this. We will start by running our conveyor belt over this way. Step 1, zoop it. Zoop it on over. I should really just put power down here so I can hover more. Fine. All right, so this comes in over here, easy. Mighty Stoosh is hopefully starting his train soon. I look forward to it. I saw some awesome train supports today. And I was like, oh, that would be so cool. And then I'm like, oh wait, I've already built all the train supports. So I can't just go back and change them all now. It's too late. I've already done all the work. How do we want to do this? I guess we could bring it over one and then stretch it down over the side of the cliff here. It's always tough when you have like rocks sticking out, but I think we figured it out pretty well. Run the lines out. Mighty Stoosh says that mine are pretty good. He hasn't seen better. Oh, okay. You gotta look a little harder, I think. Hex apparently likes classical Greek columns. Ionic or the other one? I don't remember the other one? Maybe like Dorian or Doric? Something like that. Starts with a D, I think. All right, let's get the grip metal foundation. My favorite columns are in Excel. You're right, Mighty Stoosh. I was helping my buddy with some Excel homework last night after the stream, and it was pretty fun. Okay, so we bring in rubber and okay, so this is actually pretty straightforward. Doric, that's what it was, and Corinthian. Oh, like the leather. Fun. Okay, so this has got to go. This whole system, it's not gonna work. We gotta run everything back. Run it back, guys. Run it back. We need to bring rubber here, and hopefully we can generate enough stuff. All right, so let's do this. Run it to this side. Double check to make sure it's on the right. Yeah, good. And then we just take it back over here. Go, go. Also, obviously Doric, the rest are tacky. Those ancient Greeks love tacky shit, though. Have you seen the artist's rendition of what a Greek temple might have looked like when it was all painted up instead of the white columns and the statues and stuff? Like everything was painted these like bright primary colors. Crazy. Like everybody thinks, oh, classical Greek, it's like these marble white columns, but no, they were painting that shit. All right, so we have to change this like a lot, because this is gonna be a unload. Yeah, we're bringing shit in here. That's no good. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we'll let it sit for now, because we're gonna need to bring in rubber. So we bring in rubber from, I guess I should see, hold on, where's my train at? Where are my trains? Oh, is it parked over here? Really? Hold on. Actually, we'll just catch a ride on one of the trains going by. Where's my next train? The circuit train is coming by. We can just catch a ride on that. It'll be coming on the far side here. Mighty Stoosh says, I know my Greek history. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. And yeah, Mighty Stoosh, Excel homework. He's taking he's like learning computer stuff, and one of his classes is about how to use Excel. I don't think it's only Excel, but I think they're in Excel, like an Excel unit right now. And I'm like, this is baby stuff for me. I do this every day. So I'm always down to help with Excel stuff. All right, here it comes. We'll just hitch a ride. All aboard. So yeah. Well, that's gonna need some fixing up down there, huh? Oh, and the sand deposit. Oh man, so much stuff I gotta focus on. We're gonna focus on one thing at a time. That tree's gotta go. The vines are hanging down over the train. All right, so we're gonna take a ride over to the oil depot, and I need to check out which storage unit has rubber in it, because we need to pick up the rubber only and not the plastic. All right, looks like we're picking up some circuits. Yeah, I think that's circuits to the back one there. Mighty Stoosh says, do you add to your free text to-do list? I usually don't. But I did use it the other day to keep track of some numbers. All right, all aboard, let's go. We're loaded up. Zoom. Next station, Northwestern Unloading, but we're gonna get off at the oil refinery, so we won't be going all the way. Mighty Stoosh used it today to help forget about distractions. That's probably a good idea, actually. Oh, wow, that's weird that they're, like, angled? Or maybe they're not? No, they are, because the track is angled, so the signals are also angled. That's interesting. Oh, there's the moth coming over. I gotta remember when I'm building, I don't want to go high enough that if the moth becomes a problem. There should be enough room over there. We don't have to go that high. I think as long as we stay below the top of the... We'll have to keep an eye on it. And there goes the Gunpowder Express. Mighty Stoosh used a tractor to ship black powder today. That's something that I don't know. I don't like the trucks. I know they're really useful, but it just seems like it's a temporary solution, which maybe is all you need sometimes. You just need a truck to be running supplies to save you some time, and then eventually you replace it either with a conveyor belt or a train, depending on the distance. I know on Urban's World, he has built a bunch of roads and highways and stuff that runs automatic trucks between them. The thought of trying to make roads, like if I'm going through the trouble to make roads, I might as well just make trains and do it that way. There's the old copper sheet factory for making rifle bullets. Fun stuff. Oh yeah, this is our stop here. I'm getting off. Alright, train go by. So the only reason we're here is because we need to see which part has the rubber. Okay, so the front has the rubber. Good. So I guess we'll add a... Actually, how do I add to the to-do list without having a to-do list open? Is there a way to make a to-do list without making it? My train doesn't look star shardy. Can you customize it? What do you mean it doesn't look star shardy? I don't think there's any customization outside of like painting it, maybe. Which could be fun. I could color code the trains depending on what they haul. I guess we gotta wait for the Gunpowder Express to show up. Which it's on its way. Oh, that sucks. I might just be better off walking. Click tab and click private notes. Hold on. I'll find it. I'll find it. Nope, that didn't help. There are no notes. Hex says if I designed the train, it wouldn't look like it. What do you mean? It looks fine. There's nothing on the right side. I know my head's in the way, but there's nothing over there. I think I have to have... I guess we'll just add something and then now we can do that. Public note. Rubber in front. Yeah, we'll just leave that little note there. All right, it's behind my head, but it's there. Don't worry about it. Am I really gonna sit here and wait for the train? Oh, it's almost here. We'll be fine. We gotta get on the right platform, though. All right, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, folks. Oh, also, I should check on the smart bullet production. I'm guessing I used up everything already, yeah. Oh, we have 2,000, so we should be okay now. That's awesome. I switched to using smart bullets, or homing rifle bullets, because I was tired of missing. Mighty Stoosh says, I hope you wore that shirt to work. No, I wore a regular shirt to work. I couldn't wear this to work. Or maybe I could, actually. I don't know. It is a button down. I don't know if... Maybe for next Thursday I could for Halloween. That might be doable. All right, all aboard, folks. We got places to be. Let's go. Oh, the loading takes forever. So why did it do... Oh, that's weird. Oh, we could have caught the circuit train at this rate. Jeez. All right, well, here we go. So all aboard. So yeah, we've only got 2 trains running right now. One is taking circuit boards over to the high-speed connector factory up in the Rocky Desert, and this one is running gunpowder and iron pipes, I think, to make nobelisks. So basically this is our weapons train. Am I streaming on Halloween? I'll be streaming on Halloween, yeah, because it's Thursday. Emmy will be handling the trick-or-treaters, like the 5 that we get every year. Mighty Stoosh will either be trick-or-treating or handing out candy. Are you gonna throw eggs at the kids wearing shitty costumes? Like in Ted? A show that only me and Emmy have seen, apparently. I gotta use that Caterium at some point. Alright, so luckily I took a note. You can't see it because it's behind the camera, but the rubber is in the front part of the station, so that's where we gotta pull the rubber from. Mighty Stoosh meant to go back to Ted. We'll get back there. They're gonna cancel it like they canceled Chucky because you didn't watch it. What do you people not understand about this? You gotta watch the show if you want them to make more of it. Maybe you don't want them to make more. Maybe you hate Ted. Possible. Wouldn't be the first time. All right, let's clean this all up. This is gonna be a unloading station now, I guess. So we gotta completely redo it. Step 1, we make a temporary storage for modular frames, or okay, we'll make a temporary one now, and then we'll worry about making a more permanent one. Just got to make sure this doesn't become a permanent storage solution, because we got to clean out the whole train station here. That's weird. Oh, it's going into the train station, that's why. All right, so we're going to turn this around. That's going to be bringing stuff in. Just load this guy up here. We got to empty out the whole train station. Like so. All right, there we go. It's basically full. That's fine. We'll hold on to a couple modular frames. Okay, next. Mighty Stoosh keeps forgetting he has Peacock. How do you forget you have a streaming service? That's how they make their money, because people forget. It's like going to a gym. It's like, oh yeah, I guess I could go to the gym, or I could stay home and eat Twinkies. I know which one I'd rather do. All right, so this doesn't matter where it goes, so we're just gonna put it right here. Bring that in. That's gonna be our rubber. There we go. Okay, so let's go see how that looks underground, or under the station rather. Easy. So this brings the rubber in from above. Now the question is, what do I do with this one then? Because this one right now does nothing. This could be a loading platform, I guess, but this is unload, yeah. We'll worry about that later. Maybe we could run it somewhere else. Doesn't matter. All right, so first we go here, and then we go here. And then we just line this up with the other one. And then we got to see how much... Oh, and there goes my hover pack. Great. And we got to get some power over here. It's your dad's account? Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, forget away then. Yeah, I gotta stop paying for streaming services, so it's getting a little ridiculous. Okay, so we need 18.75 modular frames per minute. I don't think I'm even making that many. Oh my god. Guys, I think I'm making 10. Can I, for this belt in the middle, Can you... What? English, please. Time to up my frames? Yeah, I think that's gonna have to be the case. Let me go look at... I mean, this is the current frame factory. Maybe we could go bigger. I might have to, not sloop, but overrun some of these, or whatever it's called, overclock. Check the power network. Can we afford to do that? Yeah, maybe. Our capacities, our consumption's getting a little high there. I mean, some of these aren't currently working at max capacity, so maybe I can squeeze something in up top. See what we're doing right now. Okay, so right now I'm making 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And they want me to make 18.75 per minute to make one modular frame. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's work backwards here. If I... No, that's stupid. We'll just build more machines. Let's not get greedy. I think the only problem is I'm kind of running out of room here. And that... Fuck. Okay, hold on. Like, I could squeeze some additional machines in here, maybe. But look at this. It's full down here. Maybe I could bring in frames. Like extra frames from somewhere else. And leave this working how it's been. And just turn it down a bit. Time to replace the roof? No, I can't go any higher. I think the mantle will run into it. Okay, we're gonna leave it like this for now. I have an idea. But we're just gonna underclock it just to get some heavy modular frames cooking. Because I'm already falling behind on like making stuff that I need to be making. The last thing I need to do is be like, well, now we have to upgrade this. I think we determined this is as far as I can go without, yeah, we're running the grass there, so. Get some basic walls down. And I think this might be as far as we can go as well. Yeah, okay. This is as far as this particular area can go. Let's wall it off and figure out what we're gonna do. I mean, considering it's just gonna be one machine. Oh no, that's not true, because we're gonna need to make the encased industrial beams and the screws. It wants 390 per minute. My god, it's a lot. Mighty just wants a mod to mow the grass. I think at this point I'm just gonna build more in the desert to avoid the grass problem. That's what I've noticed, is like, if you don't like the grass, you gotta move. Gotta go elsewhere where there is no grass. See how far we can go on this side. Yeah, well, the screws aren't so bad. I have the cast screws recipe. And I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could get the steel screws recipe, and that would be even better. I think this is okay. I think that's about as far as we can go without it becoming a problem. And then just run it across. Like that. Yeah, looks good. And then we need to bring all the iron to make the screws. I guess we can put the smelters outside. So it'll look something like this. With all the smelters running into a merger or something. Yeah, that probably works. This is gonna be interesting. How we're gonna handle this though. Because yeah, we can't do that. Could go up one though. That could work. let's focus on the main plan here. So, step one, we got to raise this up by a little bit. We're gonna make a 6 high. Okay, there we go. 6 high logistics floor is what I found works best when you need to have multiple levels of conveyor belts. I think it's the smallest you can get away with that still looks okay. We're gonna go ahead and do that. If you just need one level, you can get by with just the 4, the 4 meter high, but for a proper multi-level logistics floor, you want 6. You can fit 2 mergers in there. Yeah, 6, that's right, 6 high. 6 out of 10. All right, looks good. We'll finish the walls later. We got to plan this out first. So the final product is going to be, let's say we want to make however many we make in one manufacturer. I don't know what that is. We'll just say we're going to make 1, and then we're going to send that out. So let's put this at the very end. The very end, front and center. Here in the middle. We'll push it back a little bit so we have room to put a hole. Okay. We can push it back a little more even. And have plenty of room to make holes. So this is going to need to receive. And it's that centered. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's okay. Let's leave room for a second one. So we'll, man, I gotta get my hover pack over here. This is ridiculous. Just give me some temporary power line. I can't be flying around with a jetpack trying to build. It's not conducive to my lifestyle. Okay, there we go. Now let's get a good look. Manufacturer number 1 could be here. Manufacturer number 2 could be here. So theoretically, at full capacity, we'd be able to make 3.75 times 2, which is about, I don't know, 7.5 modular frames, so heavy modular frames per minute. That would require a total of 580 screws, 150 rubber, which is trivial. We can bring that in. Maybe not, actually. I guess we'll start with 1. So we're making 10 modular frames. Let's say we make 3. But even that's too much. 2.5. 2. If we make 2 heavy modular frames per minute, which is not a lot, mind you, we'd use up all 10 of the modular frames. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this is what I signed up for when I decided to play this game, right? And then we need to bring in the stuff from the side here. It's going to require that. And then some walls. Wait a minute, what did I do? Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Hold on. Run it that way. That's still slightly too high, huh? That's... how do we want to handle that? We could do a 2-meter foundation, I guess, and see how that looks. It's tough with the alignment, I think. I didn't quite... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, we'll just do it. We'll clip it in a little bit then. It's gonna have to. I think that's how it does it in anyway, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, it naturally wants to be lined up with that. Oh, hey, Rilip's here. Rilip says my modular frame output is bad and I should feel bad. I do feel bad. It's terrible. I could be doing way better. And yet here I am, not doing way better. How's it going, Rilip? How was this week's dinner? Was it everything you hoped for? Emmy made a pretty good dinner this tonight. It was just cooked beans with homemade tortillas. It was delicious. It's like the ultimate easy, cheap food. All right, there we go. Put some holes in it. Give me holes, please. There we go. There we go. Dinner was fine. It was basically fried dough with cheese and bacon on it. What the heck? That sounds awesome. Fried dough with cheese and bacon. What do you call that? Oh boy. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, we're good. So that is now running into, well, it's not connected all the way, but whatever. Let's get back inside, and now we need to link everything up. So basically these two ingredients are going to be coming from the front like this, and that's going to make it real easy to set them up. We just need a couple of splitters here. So like that, and then the other one's going to be coming in from the back of it like this. And in fact, we can do it right where they come in, and then we don't have to change, we don't have to do any angles or whatever. We just run it straight across the floor. It's real easy to follow at that point. Like that, and then bring that in from above. Like that, and then same for this one. We just go like this. Come on. Yeah, and then we have to line it up, which it is. Great. And then it just goes up like that. See, it's that easy, folks. Rilip says it is a Hungarian food. Oh, it is to Hungarian food what General So is to Chinese food. Oh, so authentic? Gotcha. I'm pretty sure General So is a real person who existed, and he invented the chicken. Okay, now for the other side. We need to get some splitters. Actually, let's see what we need to make. We need to make screws and encased pipe, right? That was the other thing. Or encased beams, rather. We need 6 encased industrial beams per minute. All right, well, we can make the industrial beams over here. I don't have power. Again. And Rilip says it's based off a dish called Longos, but it's the cheaty easy version. I'm sure your Hungarian ancestors would be proud of your easier version of food than they had to deal with. Okay, so we can do something like that. Like that. Okay, cool. So this is gonna make, what are these, Mark IIs? Oh, this is impure. So off of this we can run 4 smelters, which is fine. 4 smelters, please. I mean, it's possible we could run more if we did some alternate recipes, maybe. Oop. Trying to hit H. I'm hitting the wrong key while I do this. Yeah, that works. Or maybe this would be better if I put a merger here, because I mean, what? I'm running 120, so I would just need a Mark II at that point. The Mark II, and then let's set up the splitters with their respective other things. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then some smelters to go with it. 1, 2, 3. And there goes the power. That's okay. Get it back here shortly. All right, and then we just run these into here. So this is gonna make some number of iron ingots, 120 iron ingots, and those need to make beams, or not beams, but steel pipe. So let's see how much that takes. If we make the iron pipes, that's 100 per minute. We could do 2 at 60%. So why don't we go ahead and do that? I think this is how I had it set up before, actually, which is kind of funny. It's not that funny. Kind of funny, though. What if I do it like this? Then it's a little more even on both sides. We run constructor and constructor and Mark II, but actually we're going to be doing 60. We're making 60 on either side, so really we only need a Mark I. All right, and then finally we need an assembler, and for that, I mean, at this point, this is just an open air factory. It's not even enclosed. I guess there's no reason we can't enclose it. We have the walls, we have the technology. We can enclose this portion like that and run it into a merger. What the heck? Oh my god, that's totally wrong. What are you doing, game? You know where I wanted to put that wall. Yeah, I thought it was pretty obvious. I guess the game had other ideas. Mark II belt. Yeah, we could enclose all this. That's fine. Should fit nicely. Just trying to find where the best breakpoints are going to be for what's inside and what's outside. X says, cheaty easy makes good meal. Not everything needs to be complex. I agree. I think if you get too fancy with it, like, it's not necessarily going to make it taste better, right? Or be better for you, or whatever you're trying to achieve. So let's see how much limestone we get out of this guy. Break this down here. Maybe there's a secret. Apparently there can be secret, like, alcoves and caves behind these. I gotta start checking them all. Okay, well, there was nothing behind this one, but it was a good idea to check. All the same. There's no power here. Oh, I can't get back up. I don't have my hover pack. Give me power. Let's link that up. There we go. All right. Well, these will all come down once we have proper stuff in place. Okay, so Miner Mark II is going to make something. I don't know what yet. I guess this is already lined up about as good as it can be, so. I mean, not really. We can turn it. The best way I found, if you want to get it perfectly straight, is to orient it perpendicular to the way you want to go. So, oh, whoops. Hold on. Move this out of the way. Move, yeah, put the miner perpendicular to the way you want to go, right? So In this case, it would be right here. And then put it to straight mode and then just have it go where you want it to go. And then, so this will be like weird, but once it turns, it'll be on the grid basically. So there's your little helpful trick of the day. Star Shard's helpful hints. If that's the kind of stuff you care about. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's none of my business. All right, there we go. And then we'll just run it up a level. And then over to here, where it can be ran up a wall. Like so. Wait a minute. Oh no. And at the backwards, it's got to be like this. There. All right. So there we go. Although, hold on. Hold the fort, guys. I think we can use this little platform here to turn it into concrete first. So this makes 120. I want to say we just need one assembler or one constructor for this to make concrete. No, 45 per minute. That doesn't divide right. We could, I guess we can do 2. I don't know that we even need 2. All right. Yeah, let the straight conveyor belt do its thing. Okay, we want to make encased industrial pipes. We need so let's see how many we need per minute. Let's say we want to maximize. So if we were going the full, if we were going to go 2 manufacturers making full amounts, we would need 11.25 times 2, which is 22 and a half. So if we're making, holy fuck. Okay, scratch that. We're making 1 and we need 6 encased industrial beams. I did not realize that heavy modular frames were so resource intensive. My God. This is gonna be an interesting one. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 constructors. Oh, I screwed that up. I've given up trying to space them out. It takes up too much space. So we're just gonna let them do their thing. All right, so that goes like that. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. I guess theoretically we could do 3 if we underclocked one of them. So that would be, if we wanted to use 40 per minute, it would be like 95 or something, 90 maybe. Let's say we want to make 13. That's 13.5. Oh, what? 13.25 question mark? 13.33333 repeating. Okay, we got it. So we make 13.33 concrete per minute off the 120, and we needed how many? I gotta start keeping track of this. We need 20 per minute to make 4. Oh man, this is gonna suck. Oh, there's more, I thought there was more concrete nearby. Let me check, or limestone rather. I guess I can look at my stupid map. Okay, there's some up here. And this is what, normal? So we could run concrete down from above. It's right over here. How far is it? And where is it? Okay, it's up there in the hills a bit. I see it. So we could run additional concrete down here, I guess. But that's a whole thing though. Also, this stuff is on the ground floor. That's not gonna work if we're gonna wall this in, is it? I mean, maybe it's fine. We're just planning it out after all. This stuff can be outside, that's fine. This is why we plan, guys. We plan it out first, then we figure out where it's gonna come in. Oh, there's the moth. So that's our height limit, basically. I don't think we're gonna hit that, but that's sort of where I'm drawing the line as far as height goes. Yeah. I guess I could make wet concrete if I had a water source that was closer than... Yeah, these are way out of the way. I think we're just better off bringing in more limestone. There's a couple of places. Oh yeah, up here is the pure one. So if we bring in... Oh wait, there's water up here. Ooh. If I bring in the water from up the hill here, go check that out. I'd have to use a refinery though. That's that adds like a whole different dimension then at that point. Maybe it's worth it though. Okay, let's take a look. So we'd have to squeeze refineries down here. But I mean, we could run pipelines from up in the hills. That's not like the hardest thing in the world. So let's raise this all up. Fuck it. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna go all out, right? Let's raise the whole level. And like that. Actually, that's not gonna work, is it? Well, we can just use this part then. That's fine. Wet concrete is really good. Yeah, we're gonna see how much we get out of it, because we have the water right there. It's not that far. We can just pipe it down here. And if it's good enough, it'll be worth the extra effort that we're doing here. So we can get rid of this then. Okay, so that's good. We'll just put an elevator in here. Okay, so if we want to do this, we're gonna need some refineries. Refinery. Let's say we put it here. Yeah, they're quite large compared to what we were doing before, but they're not that large. So let's try wet concrete. So with 120 limestone and 100 water, we get 80 concrete. How much were we getting before? We were getting 15. Oh yeah, that's way better. So at most, I think we were getting, 13.33 repeating times 3 is 40. So yeah, we're like doubling our concrete yields. That's great. Okay. We can, I'm not going to ship in concrete on a train for this. If I'm going to ship concrete somewhere, it's going to be a massive factory that's built someplace with lots of area. This is just to get us like a trickle of heavy modular frames, so I have them to build with. Okay, so 20 per minute. So that would handle up to 4 encased industrial beams, which we would need 4. Because we need 6 per minute. We'd need 12 if we wanted to do... yeah, okay, that works. That's good. Okay, so we need to make 4 assemblers. Okay, yeah, so let's just pipe in some water here. Take the concrete by drone. I don't have drones yet. I'm still working. I haven't really been rushing to get drones right now. Okay, where's the water actually? I thought it was, okay, it's up here. All right, so it's like straight ahead. We gotta go through the poison wastelands. So let's get ready for that nonsense. Hold on, let me get out my gun. This is clearly a job for explosive rebar. Get out of here, you. Clear the road. Land reclamation is underway. Get this guy here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use drones. I don't know what I'm gonna use drones for, but probably possibly taking the parts to the space elevator is the best use I can think, because we don't need a full permanent conveyor line for that, and then we can switch to a different one when we have it. But here's the water. So we will need a, oh fuck, what are those? Radio thingies? Okay, gotta make a couple of radio thingies. Hold on. Rilip says it's such a tool we're ever created. I think one of the first things we'd figure out is how to get a bigger clip. A bigger clip for the rebar gun. Because, I mean, I have a rifle I can use. I don't need... The rebar gun is not... I mean, it is a weapon. Or it can be a weapon. But it's not... It is primarily a weapon. Yeah, maybe. But I get a rifle, so I don't really... The rebar gun I mostly use for long distance explosion and land clearing. Taking out those big poison things without having to get too close. Waste my filters. All right, over to... I guess I didn't have to walk all the way over to the hab to do this, or the hub. Shooting one at a time is annoying. Yeah, it is a little annoying. But it also, it sort of gates good weaponry behind unlocking the rifle. Although I will say the stun rebar is actually pretty good early on. Okay, so we need what, 10 of these? Okay, this is gonna take a couple of seconds here. 1. 2. This is the next thing I want to work on. Crystal oscillators, huh? That actually shouldn't be too hard. If all I have to do is take Caterium wire and crystals, that'll actually be pretty easy. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, Tristram, we're banging these out. We're done now, though. Hopefully we don't have to do too much more of that. So now we're gonna go back over there. We're gonna put the whatchamacall, the resource well pressurizer. And that is going to let us get water, which is really all we need right now to make the wet concrete. Apparently the that animation is on, I think, 7TV as one of the emotes, which sounds kind of fun. What am I doing? What are you doing, stepbrother? We're gonna make some sloppy wet concrete. It's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna be down with it. And that's actually not too far. So just from right over there, we gotta run pipeline over to here, which, while it will take a little bit of work to get the foundations down, shouldn't be too hard. And since we're high up enough, we won't have to worry about putting down a pump too, because we are at a higher elevation. Okay, resource well pressurizer, step 1. This is interesting. I guess we can decide which way it's facing, although I don't think it matters. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's where the power is. Okay, we probably want the power line facing east for the easiest access. All right, cool. We can configure it, and then we'll just put the closest one right here, and we'll see how much we get out of that. Must be placed on an activated... Oh, I have to power it first? Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll start by laying the foundations to get up here then. Go survey the area. Oh, autosave, okay. And what's this up here? Is this copper? That's where the copper node was hiding. I was like, I saw on the map that there was one nearby and I couldn't, I guess I hadn't been up here yet. The water comes in from here. So if we want the minimal amount of turns, we would start here. And we would go up. Okay. We would go up. And then looking at the terrain, we would go up and over and then over. But let's do some land clearance here. We're gonna get a lot of biomass. Oh yeah. I saw somebody posted in the subreddit the other day, or maybe like yesterday, I don't know, of they had cut down the entire red forest to make biomass for some reason. And I'm like, man, that's dedication. That's a big area, but they had like deforested the whole area. And it was pretty cool. Made me proud to be an American when I saw that. Like, cutting down our beautiful forest to make toilet paper. That's awesome. Zoop, zoop, zoop. To be fair, we do need a lot of toilet paper. All right, we'll start running power lines here. So we can probably go over now. And this should be the last. There should be one more turn up here that we have to make. And you guys may remember this layout from when I was making the power plant pipeline. Pretty similar type of thing going on here. And there's going to be grass, that's okay, because we're going to put a cap on top of it of 1 meter. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's not quite far enough. Let's go a little bit farther over. All right, let's chop this guy down. You're coming down, buddy. All right, get out of here. I'll use trees. Oh, look at you. You're gone. You are out of here. You too. You know what? While we're here, let's just take them all out. They're stinking up my air. I don't like them. I don't know what they are, and I don't care to know. They're making my life difficult. Therefore, they must be destroyed. They're a minor inconvenience sometimes. All right, scooch you over. Remove this. Has anybody seen Terrifier 3 yet? The clown movie? It's also it's a horror movie that's also a Christmas movie, apparently. Emmy's been complaining about it. It's like, I can't believe that they released a horror movie in October. It's actually a Christmas movie. And I'm like, geez, settle down. It's just it's a movie about a clown that kills people for fun. What do you expect? Yeah, that's kind of a problem. I guess we were gonna have to go up at some point, right? We'll just extend it over. Imagine having advanced tools and machines and hitting stone with a little chisel. Listen, that's all that they gave me at the start. They don't actually give me like a mining device. I mean, they do, but it's all automated, so. The chisel is just for, like, you know, if you got nothing better to do. Okay, we're here. So let's run the power lines now. So what I think is gonna have to happen for maximum exploitation, and I should double check this before I do the wrong thing here. Hex says challenge run, refuse to do any manual labor. That's impossible. Because you have to manually mine at the beginning in order to get automated miners. I guess like do the bare minimum. Like if you want to do no mining and no crafting, you'd have to start pretty early on, I think. Let's see where this ends up. Okay, no, that's right. That's right. It is lined up properly. Okay, so then we just need to do a 1 meter foundation cap. And we'll just follow the little snaking path that we've created for ourselves through the terrain here. Rilip says, I've seen some people do that with Factorio. Seems really annoying. The gnome, I mean, in Factorio, though, it's a little bit easier. I think. It's been a while since I played Factorio. I don't actually know. Okay, let's get this cap on. So starting here, we zoop it out across our route. And then we're gonna go back and we're gonna delete most of these foundations, because this is all gonna be raised up on stilts. It's gonna be sort of a like a frame type, like the other stuff I've made. You guys have seen what I've made. I don't have to explain this to you. Hex says, refusing to do manual labor results in more work overall. I think it would kind of suck, like especially if you just needed a handful of things. If you built an entire production line just to make like 10 things. But I guess eventually you do need everything, so it's not a terrible idea. All right, so let's do this now. You. And then get rid of this. All right, now comes the fun part. We get to make our foundations and delete the planning route foundations that we no longer need and finish it off. That needs to be over here. Start with that. Frame foundations. I think the frame foundations look really good for this too. There's some really solid cosmetic pieces you can use in this game, and they're all great. Okay, so then we just run this like so. Can't you shove everything in a bin and let the computer sort through it when you need something crafted? No. Everything, when it runs, it runs. There's no like programming aspect to it. The closest thing would be the smart splitters, which you could have like a dump chest, and then whenever you dump resources in there, it'll split them out into the existing constructors to make stuff. You need better sorting computers. Yeah, I mean, there are the programmable splitters, but they only do so much, and there's no way to automate turning something off. This isn't really that. It's not a programming game. It's an automation game, which there's some overlap, but it's not quite the same. It's no Stationeers, that's for sure. Or what's another good example? Stationeers. I haven't played Stormworks, but I've heard that. Or like Space Engineers would be good too. That's another good example. Let's find a good spot to put another foundation down, maybe right here. Kind of preserve these little flat areas as best we can, and then we'll come over here and do something similar. Go ahead and throw an inverted ramp on the underside. Looks good. All right, so that completes the foundations that we need. Now we just need to run power out here, and then we can connect everything up. Mighty Stoosh has been wanting to play Space Engineers again. Oh, I guess Factorio does have programming a little bit more. It's got like logic gates and stuff. Yeah, Space Engineers, every time I think about firing it up, I'm like, it's like 100 gigabytes, and every time I play, I get kind of bored. So that's, I don't know, I haven't really been... Space Engineers has not been like super appealing to me. I feel like Stationeers, they have very similar names, I know. It's sort of like, it's made it superfluous. It has surpassed Space Engineers as the definitive space survival crafting game. There's some good contenders out there, though. It is a slow start. Yeah, it's, well, there's that, and then it's just like, what do you do? Like, what's the goal? You survive. Okay, I survived. Now what? Oh, you build stuff. Okay, well, I have better games for just like building random bullshit. Like this, for example. Okay, so this is now pressurizing. All right, get in there. Start digging. That's not right. All right, are we good to go now? Oh, that's, hey, look at that. These things are ready to go. They're ready to blow. Okay, give me a resource well extractor, please. We want that to be lined up due east like that. Go ahead and throw a, where's my pipelines? There we go. Guess we'll start here and then work our way around. Oh, of course it's not going to be lined up with the foundations. That would be too easy. This is Mark. I don't need that. Let's need the Mark 1, please. All right, so that is going to power that. So how much, can I see how much this is generating? Makes 120. That's exactly how much we need, actually. That's great. All right, let's run it down the line here. Hold up. Something has gotten out of whack. There we go. Oh, speaking of getting out of whack, I watched a movie today, and I'm going to tell you what the movie was. It was Silver Streak, starring Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, and it was pretty funny. If you've never seen it, it's a movie set on a train where Gene Wilder is a mild-mannered publisher who gets caught up in some shenanigans on a train, and yeah, that's the story. Mighty Stoosh has never seen it. I feel like most people probably have not seen it. It is from the 70s, so, you know, it's got that going for it. But yeah, just a, like, pretty solid comedy. There's some, like, funny moments. I like trains, as we've determined from all the trains I've been making. So that was kind of fun to see. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it, I guess. Give it a shot. Now we're going auto mode. It's no Godzilla -1, but it'll do. All right, so then we need to come over here and turn. That's not right. Let's set up the stuff before we do that. Of course, Rilip says that it's physically impossible for water to make a 90-degree turn, which I find interesting. Oh, I took some minor damage there. guess it is slightly higher than... Oh, now we want horizontal to vertical. There we go. So that should just be right up against the wall there. I guess it doesn't have to be right up against the wall. It could be slightly over, but let's get it right up against the wall. And then we need junction right here. Oh, hey, it's the moth again. Yeah, it just lives around here. This is where it hangs out. Such is life. Here in moth country. Thinking I can just bring the concrete in from below. That might be easier. Because we do have space down here to build some stuff. Let's see what we got. There's the hole. So we would have to do it this way. And I can leave enough room here to add an additional refinery at some point in the future if we want. It's not required, but I'm gonna do it. There we go. Player's in the way. That player's me. How can I be in the way? I'm in charge. All right, let me grab some splitters. Sort of an interesting layout down here. Never really built into foundations like this. That's too close. Shoot. This may not work quite the way I want it, because I pretty much would want to have it here. Which would mean... Oh, that's too far now. What the heck? There we go. Whitey Stu says you can't go wrong with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. That's probably true. I haven't seen enough movies that they were in together to say one way or the other. But judging from what I have seen, I think you're probably right. Okay, let's head back up. And so now we're bringing stuff in from below. We'll add another one just to sort of serve as a future expansion possibility, and so I can do something here. Is that centered? Yes. Okay, I think that is centered. Let's grab you. Actually not sure. I guess we want it to be right up on there. Maybe that might be too close. Yeah, that seems like it's clipping a little bit. Does it matter? Maybe? We back it off just a bit. Does that? No, because then that puts it the next one over. Maybe we push the entire apparatus forward slightly. Maybe that's the play. As silly as that sounds. But it's gotta look right, guys. You don't want to half-ass these. That if you want to beat the game, sure, you can half-ass whatever you want. But if you want it to look good, you gotta take a little bit of time here. Okay. There we go, and these all need to be Mark IIs, of course. Let's upgrade that. X says, mission, half-ass something, difficulty level impossible. No, it's super easy to half-ass it. That's why I don't do it, because anybody can just half-ass something. But if you want something to look good, I'm your man. I am the guy who makes these things look good. For some reason, I don't know why. I feel like a moral imperative when I play games like this. It's like, yeah, I could just do it and get it over with, but what if instead of doing that, I went, I don't know where I'm going with this story. The point is, it has to look good or I'm gonna be upset with it. So let's just make it look good and then everybody's happy. Or I'm happy. One of the two. And then grab you. Oh, that's unfortunate. So how do we handle this? Is it gonna be an awkward... I guess a ramp would be better. Maybe like a 2-meter ramp. Something like that. Down to the bottom. Yeah, that works. Although it is a little silly looking. With all the different sized foundations going into it. But that's okay. Oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. We'll just use the 2 meters here. And then put some more meters underneath. There we go. All right, we figured it out. We got it working. So this goes in here and then it goes underneath and we'll just let that exist how it exists. Mighty Stoosh has to add an inverted ramp underneath it. What, you want it to be like freestanding? Because I can do it that way too, I suppose. With the other ramp. Something like that. And then we just remove the other stuff. Is that better? You prefer that, Mighty Stoosh? He likes it. I'm kind of... I do like that this is level. I don't like that I can't easily get up this little step here. But I think it's fine. We'll just have to do a little hop. Urban wants to know, how goes the factorying? That's going all right. We're just pumping in some water here to make wet concrete. I am just now getting into like trying to set up a permanent heavy modular frame, and I'm realizing how many resources it takes, and I'm like, well, this is my life now. I gotta build an entire factory dedicated to each piece of the puzzle, I guess. Maybe we could just have the smelters outside and then the rest will be inside. Or I guess we could have this whole thing. This will be like a little yard. But I've already got this stuff here. I refuse. Yeah, I did refuse to ship the concrete across the map by train. No, I don't refuse to do it by train. I don't have a place ready to receive concrete or a place ready to send it. But in the future, when we build a big factory over in the desert to make one item, we're gonna ship in all the requirements from elsewhere. It's gonna be awesome. We got to build up to that. You don't start with the awesome big factory. Let's get some walls down so we can see what we're working with. Ooh, Urban got his pumpkin today. That's exciting. I hope it's a big one. Emmy always makes us get giant pumpkin. Well, that's not true. I think she gets one large one and one little one for Cat. And then she carves them both. It's pretty great. Oh, shoot. I screwed up, guys. I forgot to put the lower level down here first. Although, I'll see how this looks first. And then we'll see what our options are. We're gonna put down, we'll finish the lower level with the logistics floor and everything down here, and then we will see how the smelters are going to go and how the constructors are going to go. And then we can probably put the assemblers up here on this upper floor and leave probably the smelters down here on their own floor. That works for me anyway. And then we're gonna need a conveyor wall for the concrete coming in. So that'll work like that. And there goes the moth once again. Yeah, that'll just go straight in. So we make the iron pipes, right? So I would say these should go on the next floor up. So we leave the mergers as is, but we move the actual devices up to here and sort of section off this little mining area as like its own little area, which is going to be difficult, actually. Because I still want it to be... It's like I want it to be inside, but also outside at the same time, which is not possible. Simply does not work that way. How can something be inside and outside? Atrium, maybe? Like we just put a bunch of glass up? Okay, so let's finish this part. And then let's say we change these to windows. Some like frame windows or something. So now these are outside, but they're also inside of a walled area. I don't know how I feel about that. What if... But we'll leave it as is. We can always remove the walls later. And then for the mergers, we're going to have to move them somewhere else, I guess. So this is where the concrete comes in. So I was doing it this way before, but we're going to have to change it so we can have wall holes. Hex is suggesting a Klein jar as something that is inside and outside. That is technically true. That would work. But I don't think I can make a four-dimensional object in this game. At least not in a way that is satisfying. You could probably get kind of crazy with freehanding some structural beams. Okay, let's put a little door down here. All right, so this is where the whatchamacalls come in. Let's get some more floor down. Go ahead and start removing the power. We can actually finish this. All right, so that is basically, that's not as like the total extent of where we can build, but it's the extent of where we're gonna build for now. Urban says that one Pixar movie, Inside Out, I haven't seen it. Do they actually go out? Wait, is it called Inside Out? Oh, no, it is, yeah. With the little, it's like the emotions that live in the girl's head. What a interesting, it's basically Osmosis Jones, right? A movie that nobody remembers except for me and a handful of others. But I thought I put a door here, what the hell? Okay, it's there now. All right, one problem I can see is the concrete is going to interfere coming in that way. Maybe we should have it come in somewhere else. Like raise it up a level. It's not quite high enough. Get a little bit higher there. Chris Rock remembered it. He was in it. He was the main character. He was great. Such a fun character. They made a TV show too. It was called Ozzy and Drix, which somehow they ended up in like a little kid's body. They went from Bill Murray's body to some random kid, which is weird to think about. Like, if you, I mean, obviously the whole, it's a weird premise to begin with. You're like inside somebody's body, and all your cells and stuff are like party to some kind of society. Anyway, so Ozzy and Drix, which are the main characters, Chris Rock and I want to say Kevin Kline. They end up in some little kid's body, and that's the TV show. But nobody cares about the TV show. It's not canon. They just did it to cash in on the name. What? David Hyde Pierce, Emmy says. Sure. Oh, William Shatner was in it too. He played the mayor. He was like the head of the cells. So there's another thing, I guess. For all you Star Trek lovers out there. All right, so there we go. So that is the current ground space we have to work with. Step one is going to be figuring out where the constructors are going to go to make the pipes, because we got to make the pipes. And honestly, they can probably just go right here. Beautiful. Didn't they kind of do that in the movie too? I mean, he briefly left Frank's body. Frank is Bill Murray's character's name. To chase down the main villain who had stolen the hypothalamus of Frank. Trying to remember the plot of the movie. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that goes into it, but basically the point is that Chris Rock is the hero of that movie, and it's great. It's very funny. There's a lot of like biology puns, and it has a good message about, hey, you should do healthy things so that your body doesn't give up on you. Don't let William Shatner tell your body what to do. He doesn't know what's best. All right, so now we're gonna head upstairs. Okay, so the best way to do this, I found, is to have a ramp going up to a 1 meter, and then have a stairs, maybe 2 stairs actually. Oh wait, oh, it like clips in. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, this is the problem with making it 6. There's no like easy way to get stairs up here now. So maybe something like this would work. And then like a 2 meter ramp, or we could do a 2 meter stairs. Just so we can get in here easily. All right, give me a wall hole. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now we have some stairs to get up here. Although it is very goofy looking. Is there an easier way to do this, or a better way? Maybe we could use catwalks. Catwalk ramps. But that with the big hole seems a little strange. Maybe we just stick with the 2 meter stairs. That was fine. And put a foundation underneath. Or at least like a 1 meter. So there's a little bit to go on. But yeah, it is, yeah, it works. It gets the point across. Throw some handles on there and it'll look fine. Perfect. Okay. All right, now I'm coming around on this. I think we need to do a inverted ramp. Not a big one, but just like a little one. Something like that. I think that looks a little bit better now. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Okay, so this is the main entrance. So we'll replace this. Now, this makes pipes. And I think we had set it to do... Was it 60? Hold on. Because we're making 120 each. No, we're making 120 in total. All right, Emmy says she was right. It's David Hyde Pierce. Who that? What else is he in? I feel like I should know that name. 60. Like, it sounds familiar. All I'm thinking of is the character of Hyde from that 70s show. But that's a different guy and he got canceled. All right, so we're making 30 steel pipes per minute. Frasier's brother. Oh, Niles. Okay, all right, all right. Guys, I gotta watch Frasier. Every clip I see of Frasier, and obviously this is Survivor bias, right? Is really funny. And it makes me want to watch it. Okay, industrial pipe. So that needs 24 steel pipes a minute. We're only making 15. Oh God, no. Okay, turn this down so that we're... We're not making enough. It's not making enough pipes. We got to make more pipes because we need to make... How much did we say? Emmy says I said that when I told you. I can't hear you with the headphones in. They cancel out noise. They're noise canceling. Okay, we need 6 of these per minute. So that actually shouldn't be too bad. So we make 3 per minute total. That only requires 18 steel pipes, which we are almost making. We'll just have to increase the output of the miner by a little bit. 18 steel pipes. So this is actually pretty straightforward. We line it up. And then we have the concrete coming up from below. And then we go down. All right, so the concrete comes in from down here. So we need some splitters. Line it up. 1 and 2. Easy. And there we go. Turn this into a Mark II. Mark II. Mark II, Mark II, Mark II, Mark II. Mark II. It's doing what now? 80 per minute? Yeah, okay. So we're still gonna need a Mark II for this as well. Okay, so we make 80 concrete per minute. And we'll have to underclock all this stuff when we're done. But basically what we're doing here is... I have this set to. Fuck, I pasted it. It's not what I wanted to do. Because we need 6 at the end of the day. So we need to make 3 in each one, and then we'll work backwards from there. It's a terrible way to do this, by the way. But whatever. It'll make a couple of heavy modular frames per minute, and then we'll go build somewhere else, and then by the time we come back, there'll be like 100. Okay, so 3. So we need 18 pipes per minute, which we are making. So we need 72 ingots per minute, which means 144. So we need to make, I guess just 72 would work. So 72. Just clock it up a little bit. Problem is these are impure nodes, so we don't get a lot of iron. Okay, and then this, so this is 30, so we need to do 48. So each of these needs to be overclocked to 48. We could just do one that's like really high. Oh shoot. Or we could just, we could do a whole nother 144 divided by 5, divided by 7, divided by 8. We did 8, which seems crazy. We're getting into like weird numbers now, which is kind of annoying. I think we can probably push this back a little bit. We'll do 8. Why not? We have 4, so we just need to extend it to make 4 more. So, boop, boop, boop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to be an interestingly shaped factory at the end of the day. That'll give it a little bit of character though, which is nice. It's always nice to give your factories some character. I mean, sure, you could just make a big boring box, but different shapes that match the terrain can be really cool. I don't know, I've seen what Urban has on his server. Like, there's lots of people on there building different things. Everyone sort of has their own unique take on what a factory should look like. Very cool. All right, so we did the math. So we need 18 in each of these. So we're gonna underclock it to 60% and just override that. And then we'll have to change how we're merging stuff, I guess. We're gonna do 4 into 1 merger. So we'll just set up a manifold system then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to say we'll need a Mark III belt at the end for these. This Mark II could only go up to 120. And we're using, what did I say? We're using something more than that. Let me go look. We're using 70, wait. Hold on. 72 per minute. No, that's right. Okay, never mind. We just need Mark IIs then. I don't know why I thought. So I guess I was thinking of doing the whole thing all at once instead of I had it before. This is the case though. We might want to do this a different way then. So let me get rid of these. Get rid of all this. I think we're gonna merge everything together and then split it as needed, because even though we only need to split down to 2, it should be pretty easy. All right, let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm realizing I'm going the wrong way now. 7. I guess we'll see if we can make this work this way. So that's currently where the hole is. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. we need to go the other way and then loop back in to the building from down this way. We want it to go that way, and then the rest will face towards that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then replace this with a hole. A wall hole. Like so. By the way, you can hold control and click to replace a similar object with another object. So for example, if I had accidentally placed down a bunch of mergers, but I wanted to make splitters, you can switch to splitter and then hold control and you could replace it. Obviously, if there's conveyor belts going in, it's going to cause problems, but you can upgrade your smart splitters and stuff by doing it that way. All right, now we need the splitters. Speaking of splitters, there it is. I'm gonna have that here. And I think here-ish. That looks right. And we bring this inside. Oh, that's not lined up. Here's the line. Okay. This might not be where we want. Nah, that's probably fine that way. And so this can go. That's just a wall now. Okay, so that... Oh, god damn it. How did I screw that up? Okay, where is this at? It's right there, right? I should be straight on. There should be no... Yeah, there's no curve. Okay, curve has been destroyed. Wait. Okay, for some reason this didn't look like they were on the same... Whatever. Just going crazy, I guess. Okay, back up top. Let's see. You know what I'm thinking, though, actually? Now that we've changed where it is, I think we can move the whole thing back a bit. I did it all, and now I'm changing it. Oh, boy. Look, we want it to be more compact than it was. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's not compact enough. We need to move this forward one more. Right there. And then we can change the underside after this. It'll look great. And then we just put that right next to it. Not right next to it, because we want it to line up with that one that already exists, because those assemblers are spaced out pretty well, I think. If we put the constructors too close, the assemblers won't be spaced out properly. Goes right there. Okay. We're getting there. But now I want the assemblers moved back a bit, so let's do that. So assembler should be here-ish. We need to have enough space to put the hole, get the floor hole, like that. Basically, that can feed directly into that, and then the other one feeds from below with the concrete. Okay, let's make sure. Oh, that's not. That is lined up. Why doesn't it tell me it's lined up then? That's weird. Maybe because I locked it? There we go. We want it to be... Yeah, that works. And then that should, yeah, be right there. All right, back down below. There's our friend the Manta. So now these can move over. Look at that. That's going to save us a lot of space now. Turn that into a splitter. And that lines up here. Put on the flashlight so I can see. Beautiful. And then same for this one. I can't believe Rilip doesn't want to play this. This seems right up his alley. He loves those games where you just do the same thing over and over again, trying to get a better score. And that's what this game is. You keep building factories, realize the factory you built is not big enough, and then you go back and change your factory. So is it... I think these need to be Mark IIs, right? Because these each need... Now I gotta update them again. So these... How much do these need to make? Industrial pipe. I need 24 steel pipes a minute, which means I need... Hold on. We need... No. We need 3 because I changed everything. Okay, we need 3 per minute, which means we need 18 steel pipe per minute. 18 means we need 72. Okay. 72 is more than 60, so we need Mark II stuff up here. Yes, that is correct. All right, let's try it again. Mark II, Mark II. Everything is Mark II. These need to be Mark III. Because we're bringing in 144, which is more than 120. Which is what the Mark IIs can do. All right, now we get to... Well, shoot. Well, now I want to run the concrete way closer. What the... Oh, man. All right, we're changing it again. This is gone. And now the splitter... It's going to go here. Which means we can put it right there, which is great. Like that. And there. Ooh, that's right in the middle too. That actually lines up perfectly. So we can do a nice conveyor wall right there. And we can still walk out here, which is good. But that does mean we have to take down our nice little device here. Although we could probably get away with a conveyor lift. Which would work. That way it's not taking up a bunch of space. All right, there we go. So this goes up over top, goes down the lift, and then goes into the building, where it is then distributed via the lifts. And we can slap ourselves with a big gate wall down here so we can check the undercarriage. Emmy says, I didn't hear who you were talking about, but sometimes people refuse to give games like you... Games I like a try on principle. I see. That makes sense. They're like, well, if he likes it, I'm definitely not gonna like it. That's good though. It's important to know what you like and what you don't like. and other people who have similar likes and dislikes. And then you can be like, well, they like this, and I tend to like this kind of games they like, or vice versa. Like, oh, he only plays Assassin's Creed games. I don't think we're gonna have anything in common when it comes to our tastes. He only plays Call of Duty and FIFA games. Nothing that he says is going to help out. All right, let's get this power out of the way. Okay, so we completed phase 1, I guess, making the encased industrial beams, of which we are making 6, which can power approximately 1 underclocked manufacturer making heavy modular frames. 2 per minute. And we still haven't brought in the rubber, and we still haven't made the screws. So Hexus, I wouldn't lump Assassin's Creed with Call of Duty or FIFA. No, I wouldn't lump them in directly, but I think the kind of people that play all those AAA games tend to play more AAA games. All right, let's think about this. So we need 208 screws per minute. We're making the beams. We're bringing in the rubber from elsewhere. We're bringing in the modular frames from elsewhere. So we just need 208 screws per minute. So let's see how much that's going to set us back. Hex says, unrelated to side, am I the only one who hates the designation AAA? Probably not. I like it as a way to know what games I'm not gonna like. If somebody if a company describes their game as AAA, I can be like, oh, okay, so I don't need to play it. Gotcha. Of course, you could probably say something similar about a self-described indie game, because if you have to say it's indie, then I don't know what to tell you. There's no AA game, for example. There are, they're just not called that, which I guess proves your point. A AA game would be something like Dave the Diver. Might as well call it an S tier game. I don't know where that comes from. I guess from like credit ratings, where it's like AAA or quadruple A or whatever. I don't remember my credit rating stuff from school. We had to learn all that. Okay, let's we need screws. How many screws do we need? And how much is it gonna take to get it? So let's say we have a bunch of constructors right here. How many screws do we need? And maybe I should have them going this way so they're lined up with the other guys. Yeah, that is lined up. Okay. All right. Cast screws. 12.5 iron per minute to make 50. And we need 208. So 208 divided by 4 is 52. So we could overclock it to make 2 extra, or we could have 5. What about 6? 41.6. I guess that works. If we do 5 constructors. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Oh, that lines up perfectly. And what did I say? 41.6. Not steel screws. Cast screw. 41.6. Thank you. Keep in mind, guys, this is only to make 2 per, no, isn't it like 1 per minute? What is it? It's 2 per minute. We're making 2 heavy modular frames per minute, which is, again, nothing in the grand scheme of things. We're gonna need a ton of those, but we can at least make a small trickle so we can build with them. All right, and then we need 10.4 times 5 is 50. Wait, really? We only need 52 ingots? That's like one of these veins over here. That's kind of silly. Okay, I mean, if that's what I need. Yeah, we literally one of those will cover it. Okay, fine. So let's just get some smelters out here. Here's our friend again. One and one, then a 2, and we'll just underclock it to 26 to get the 52. X says, how do you become a retail bro? Retail is just the most simple thing. Retail would be, wait, are we talking about like retail investors or retail like people who work at retail? Because those are two very different things. All right, can we just run this up here? Yes, we can. And then we run it up here to the mergers. Or the splitters or whatever. I feel like I'm underutilizing all of this iron. Maybe I should have switched the sides on this. Like this should be making the steel pipe. And because we have 4 over here, we have 2 over there. We can make the steel pipe and then we make the screws going the other way. Rilip says people who run retail agencies that do marketing research on games. The plural. I mean, we've already limited it to the 10 modular frames we're getting. So it's not like we can. On the other hand, though, this is I mean, this is kind of important. If we can't change it later. So I think, okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. You guys are gonna hate me, I know. We're gonna change this to be, this is gonna make the screws, and the other side is gonna make, well, no, fuck it. We've already done this much. Let's just go with it. I've already spent way too much time building this. Let's just do it the way that I just said. Making 26 per minute. We'll underclock this to 52. And then maybe I'll come back and change it later when I upgrade everything. All right, hold on. Ooh, that's very tempting to go back one more level. We can't go too many because we'll run into the grass. But right here, oh no, there's grass there too. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, we probably should. We'll go to here then. Just trying to figure out a way where we're not encroaching on the walkway over there when we're building. So we can get rid of this then. So theoretically, if we were running these at full capacity, 1, 2, 3, 4, we would have 8 smelters. If we put down 8, which now that I think of it, we have 8 over there, don't we? Well, in that case, okay, let's gather up everything. We'll just gather everything up first, and then we'll go from there. So step 1, gather up all of the iron we can get. We got some extra up here. Oh, I've been playing for 2 hours, huh? That's it? Feels like it's been a lot more. Trying to get this working. But the game knows best. It knows how much time I've been spending on this. Might be too high up. Let's try a 2-meter foundation here. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. You just take it right there. Then we should be able to shoot. Okay, this does need to be a little bit higher then. That seems weird. I guess it's fine. Okay, so there's one. And then doesn't like that, huh? Now this one is too high up. That's kind of funny. Let's grab a merger here. Merger. Like that. All right. Wait a minute. We gotta curve this first. This is gonna go here, and then it's gonna go here. And it's gonna go down. All right, so there is one together, and then we just got to get these guys together, and then we'll be good to go. So let's try another. Got a couple of options here. We'll try the 2 meters first. Yeah, that's not going to be quite right, but we'll do the 2 meter and then put a 1 meter on top, and maybe that'll do it. If not, we might have to get creative. Do you guys see, for the Balatro players out there, they added Stardew Valley, Witcher, and Cyberpunk card customization for those of you who play. They also have, okay, what do they have? They have Cyberpunk and The Witcher. They have Among Us and Binding of Isaac, Dave the Diver, and Stardew Valley, and then there's like another set. I can't remember what it is. There's there's a different game for each set of cards. Each, what are they called? Suits. Each of the suits, they have different cards, or different different face cards. It's kind of neat. Oh, that works. Now we just need to merge them together. Like that, and then like this. And there we go. Then we go up here, and finally we can start merging. I think. Yeah, we're gonna merge and then we're gonna send it over to the other side. That was what the plan was. Just trying to see if there's a way to... I mean, I think that's as good as we can get. Everything's linked up, then we just have to merge them. So we merge them here. And actually, now that I think about it, we could just have all the smelters on that one side. And just run all the iron ore through the whole set of smelters, and then run the iron ingots through the whole network of constructors, making the screws and everything else as needed. I don't know why I was making it so complicated before. I guess the same reason I always make things too complicated. I want them to look incredible. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, looks good. And we just run that around the side. Oh shoot, we're gonna run into a problem though. Yeah, that's not... I guess we can go down at this point, right? But that seems kind of silly. All right. We're gonna have to redo this anyway, so might as well do it now. We need to extend this back a couple more areas. I think now you guys will understand why it takes me so long to build factories. Because I do it, and then it's like, oh, okay. It's good. And then I'm like, oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Change it. Fix it. Anyway, that's why we're here. So this says, if I got paid millions of dollars to consult on a project, regardless of the outcome, I'd always be wrong, too. In reference to the retail bros. Listen, they may or may not know the secret to selling games, all right? I mean, aren't those like all those games I listed, your Assassin's Creeds, your Call of Duties, those are all big sellers, even though none of us play them. Like, the people who aren't terminally online do play them. And maybe you can say, oh, that's the problem. Like, it's the idiots buying all these games. Maybe. Or maybe we're the idiots. We're out here playing stuff like Satisfactory and Peglin. And these guys are like, I'm going to play a fun game, and then I'm going to go outside and touch grass and meet girls. Or guys, depending on, you know, who's saying it. Maybe we're the idiots. X says we're all idiots. But there's different flavors of idiots. I mean, I'm out here playing Satisfactory instead of doing something productive. It's like fake productivity. Because obviously none of these factories do anything. They exist merely to make more factories later down the line. It's great. All right, so there we go. So now we have 10, and now we're gonna set them all to max speed, and that's gonna be the most amount without overclocking of iron ingots we can make. So we're gonna go ahead and redo this. Then we're gonna run all the iron ingots through the mergers all the way into the factory. And then once we have all of that, that's when the fun begins. You're probably thinking, weren't we having fun before? The answer is, of course not. Where do you think you are? We don't have fun until not only have I finished the project, but I've also walked away from it. If I haven't walked away, there's always a potential that I could go in and change it, or feel like I need to change it for some reason. Okay, we have all these floor holes. So, go back to our miners. Make sure those are where they are. Yep, they're still here. They haven't moved. That's good. We're gonna not overclock them. So we have 60 times 6, which is 360. Hold on. We need 12. Oh, fuck me. Okay, we need 12 smelters now. We may have to cluster these a little bit closer. 1, 2, yeah, because this is only 300. All right, fuck it. We're moving them closer together now. They didn't need to be this far apart. I just did that for convenience sake, but now we're gonna squeeze them in because I'm running out of room to place them. So get them all out of here. Just get rid of all this. Yep. Get rid of all the mergers, all the splitters, all that stuff. Okay, so we don't want them to be right next to each other. We want them to be one away, like that. Because that's too close. You want to be able to walk between them and use the ladders. Can't use the ladders, they're too close. Okay, so one, make sure we can use the ladder. Okay, we're good. Just start counting how many times the moth flies over while we're building stuff. The problem with the smelters, it's not really a problem per se, is that they are smaller than a foundation. Like a constructor fits on one foundation just about exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're almost halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, some of these are lining up, dude. That's kind of cool. 10, 11, and 12. So there we go. We've managed to squeeze everything into the space we had before. So now we just have to redo the splitters. At least the ones that are no longer lined up. Some of them, by coincidence of a quirk of math, have lined up correctly. Move all the belts. Okay, more splitters. Let's do this. I don't know why I didn't just start with the iron coming in. That would have been so much better. Heck, I think I could have used the foundry to make iron ore even with some of that copper coming from up above. But we're not going to do that. We're also not going to use a refinery to make pure iron ingots. That's too much at that point. Okay, so now we're going to link up all the splitters, but we're not going to link the splitters to themselves or to each splitter because we don't know how much. I guess we know it's going to be 360, which would be a Mark 4, I think. I guess we can do that. Mark 4 belts. Mark 4. Okay. There we go. Now we're gonna make a few adjustments here. Fuck. Wait, we might still be okay. There we go. Okay, let's check for grass. Checking for grass. We're looking very closely. We're just making sure that there is no errant blade of grass sticking through the foundation. That's very important. It's extremely important that I do that. All right, we're good. There's no grass. They're going to tear down this wall. Cool. And now for phase 2. We're going to remove this so that we can bring the iron in. Explosives fix everything. Only the little rocks. Not the big rocks or the cliff sides like in Factorio. But they do fix the little rocks, and that has saved my butt many, many times. It's been great. Where's this? Is up here, I think. Yeah, that's correct. It's at the top of the little ladder there. Yeah, see, this is where we're gonna run into a problem. I guess I could have it come down towards the end here and loop around the side. And then go back up afterwards. Like that. And then that goes over. And then once it's passed, we can go back down. Although there's no reason we can't just keep going over and then go down when we get to the end, right? Why don't we use this? Line it up with the wall like that. And then it should go straight across. It does not. Okay, I did not line it up with the wall properly then. Should be like that then. There we go. All right, we've done it. Well, we're not quite done yet because we need to put the merger in from these guys here. So merger. So that comes in from over there. In fact, we can probably do this one better. I don't know, would you consider this to be spaghetti? I wouldn't. I think it looks pretty reasonable. I think the biggest issue is going to be getting this to go in here without... That's probably fine like that, actually. And then just go straight across. And then maybe we could have a catwalk going over. Like, it's not the perfect solution, but it gets the job done, so. But I wish I could figure out how to get the catwalk to show up where I want it. Like, I can never get it to be in the right spot. It's so annoying. Like, okay, there it goes. How is it there? Sometimes it's there, and then sometimes it, like, sinks into the foundation. I'm trying to figure out what causes it. Like, if I go... You'd think it would be if I put it right here, it would... Now it... See, now it does it. I don't know. X says, when people say spaghetti, they usually mean cooked spaghetti. Yeah. What does that have anything to do with anything? Because it's not all sloppy and weird, so it doesn't count as spaghetti. That must be what he means. I saw somebody's lasagna factory. That looked kind of interesting. Can we do this, or is it good? Nah, that ain't gonna work. That's the best we can do. Okay, that's fine. It gets the job done. We can throw some railings down to give it a nice look here. Although we still need to put the... Yeah, I'm realizing we haven't quite put this in yet. Let's remove the railing. So we go like that, and then like that, and then we have another merger that's gonna face into this merger, and it's gonna link these guys up. So that should go in there like that, and then like that, and then like that. And at that point, do we even need a catwalk to get over here? There's really no reason we should be over here necessarily. Also, that's cutting it super close. I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of yucky. Maybe we can do something about it. What if we do a little ramp thing? I mean, it does work. Covers it up nicely. And then we could just do a ramp on the far side here. And then that could even go into the other side. Vertical. And that seals that up nice. Okay, and then we'll add the ramp. Add the ramp. Oh wait, that's kind of fun. That just goes, that keeps going. Okay, Okay, let me move the Explorer a little bit more. Because we're going down at an angle, and it keeps going until it stops going, which it doesn't for a while. We could do that. I can dig it. No grass clipping through? That's actually pretty good. And then we can, ah, fuck, there is grass. Damn it. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Just do a foundation then. Just a little path here. I think this is gonna clip into the cliffside, so we'll leave it. All right, works for me. Hexa's perfectly organized base with lots of parallel processes is more raw spaghetti in the box. Oh no! Fuck's sake. I thought I had it figured out. Turns out I did not. Okay, we gotta go 2 up then. Let's try this again. If Captain Sandwich was here, he'd make fun of me. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. We fixed it. Zoop default. There we go. Okay, all the nasty grass has been dealt with. Cool. Plus we get a little bit of extra height, which is fun. This is still, I feel like it could be slightly better. Even if we just go up 1, it's a little bit better. Okay, that's too much. So we need it to go right here and then down. There we go. That's better. That way we can go under it without causing any problems. Okay, cool. Emmy says that he's making fun of me in spirit. I believe it. Okay, so now we have everything we need, I think. We need to do the I mean, we've underclocked it, so we only need to make so many screws, which we're doing. So I guess we'll go finish it then. So we have holes where the finished product comes out, and then that's gonna go over to the manufacturers. I realize everything that we had hooked up is now no longer hooked up, so we'll have to go fix that because I changed where the, oh, these have things at least, because I changed where the smelters were. And if we're gonna do that, I want to actually break this up then. So I'm making another executive decision. Somebody's got to make them. We're gonna put that right here on the far side and replace these guys with that. All right, so we bring in all the iron. It's gonna come through here. It's gonna come in a hole, and then it's gonna go over here. The splitter's gonna split them off into each respective constructor, right? It all makes sense. You'll see. So the concrete comes in here, easy. We got that part down. Let's make sure that that's smart too. It's not. Now it is. Okay, iron ore goes over here. It goes in the smelter or goes through all the mergers. And then we have to hook these up. That and that. Make sure all these are marked 4. Like this. One of these days I'm just gonna make modular factories and just have inputs and stuff and not have to worry about all this. Okay, these will be Mark IIs going down to the merger. This will be Mark II coming from the merger. And the rest will be Mark I's because we're bringing 60 out of each of these per minute. So these all get combined. So we have 120 plus 120 is 240. We can actually do a Mark III belt, I guess. That's right, yeah, 60, 60, 60, 60 is 240, which Mark III goes up to 270 for whatever reason. So do Mark III up to there, and then once it hits here, it becomes Mark IV, which I believe can handle 480, so 240 plus 120 is 360, so there we go, we got it. All right, let's get these iron ingots into... Oh, I didn't do the splitters yet. Fuck. Okay. All right, let's get rid of the ones that we need to. Which is going to be most of them, except the ones that lined up correctly. Get rid of all these conveyor belts. Splitter, or these are mergers, rather. Merger. Merger. So many mergers. I do have a blueprint for making like a smelter array, but the problem is it's a square that we wouldn't have been able to fit a square over here very easily. And that's one of the things my issues with blueprints is that unless you're building in like a sky platform that has perfectly flat land all around, which I guess is maybe that's the play. If you want to build something that matches and kind of flows with the terrain like I'm doing here, you're going to be limited. There's going to be constraints, there's going to be cliffs, there's going to be well, I guess trees you can get rid of, but you know what I mean. There's going to be constraints. So a blueprint only works in a perfect world where there is no friction and there's a spherical cow. Up, up. All right, last one. There we go. So that is going to run into there. And in fact, we can add another door over here for easy access. All right, then run the Mark IIIs. We're going to need to put the splitters down now. Let's line them up. Hey, there. Okay, there we go. It's lined up now. Cool. We line it up with the hole. Like that. It would be nice if these could line up with the conveyor holes, but since the conveyor holes don't actually have anything in them, it doesn't let you do that. All right, Mark IV. So you come inside like that. And then you go around like that, and then link up. So this is all the ingots that we need. Just upgrade that while we're here. All right, and then these should all just be Mark I's. We shouldn't need anything special for the screws. Okay. Do one final check here. Mighty Stoosh says people build in the air. I know, and that's what I kind of intend to do once I've finished most of these factories, I guess. I don't know why I haven't been doing it before. I guess because it's like a lot of work to raise foundations up that high. Okay. Think about this. If I am able to increase my modular frame output, let's say I'm able to do 100%, we need to get 18.75, which is basically doubling the current output. Is that reasonable? I don't think it is. I think we're stuck with what we got. We're gonna get rid of you. and we're going to say this is exactly what we need. We need 6 encased industrial beams. We're already making that. We need 208 screws per minute. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 constructors making 41.6, because 41.6 times 5 is 208 exactly. So we take all those screws, we take all those encased industrial beams, we run them over here, and we have a very empty other side of the factory. I guess we can at least use that for some extra storage. Hey, Lizard Doggo, did you get trapped or something, buddy? Kind of bad for them. They're like really cute, but they are constantly getting in my way. All right. I think this should work if we just grab mergers and run them this way. Should be real easy, like. And then, okay, for some reason my buttons don't work now. Okay, that happens sometimes. I've just learned to live with it. Yeah, these should only be making like 40 something. So Mark 1 will do it. And then we'll grab a conveyor belt. Let me see, maybe that'll fix it. That fixed it. Just got a tab. I guess the Mark 3 should do it. If not, we can always come here and upgrade it. But we only need 208 per minute, and that would be a Mark 3, so. And then we just need the finishing touches here. The screws, and then the beams coming from the other side. So really, these don't actually need to be raised up, because we're just making... I'll leave them as they are. In case, if for some weird reason I decide to revisit this factory instead of just letting it run, I guess at that point we would need to think about changing how it's laid out. But I don't foresee that happening. Because if I'm going to build another factory, I'm just going to build another factory. I'm not going to... I think this is the last of the factories that needed to get changed that already existed. And then after this, I'm going to be building, like I was saying, the big factories that bring in stuff via train. Obviously, this is bringing in rubber via train, but this is sort of a special case. Okay, this could be Mark 1. Almost done, guys, and then we can turn this thing on and make sure it works. So that works. Yeah, this is a big open empty area. I don't know how I had so many. I guess probably because of the concrete, but it seems like I had a lot more machines over here before, and now I have way fewer. All right, let's get these hooked up. That one is hooked up. All right, and then next thing is getting the power. Gotta power all these, of course. We're gonna go ahead and run power painted beams across the way here. Well, that's sort of annoying. All the constructors are facing towards the wall. It's going to be a little awkward to put down power connectors, but we'll figure something out. Okay, that should be right about there. Okay. All right, and then back here, I think we can probably just, yeah, do the same thing. Run the power pole right over the things. The whatever these are called, the lifts. There we go. Run it across the back. Getting a little close, but I guess if it works, right? And we can put the other part of the beam here. Connect it up. Sort of a new technique I'm trying. So we don't have to worry about having solid walls to attach the beams to. We'll see if it ends up working better or whatever. Crazy to me that some people run all their cables through like concrete just to hide the cables. I kind of like the look of cables. I don't think you need to hide it. Really, the only thing you have to think about is like, are you gonna use what's the word I'm thinking of? The wall mounts or the poles. Underground cables are immune to this event. That's true. That's true. In RimWorld, unfortunately, we're playing Satisfactory. Okay. So that's all these things powered. Now we just need to power these. So let's get some walls on this side. Oh, well, that obviously it's not going to work. Soup these guys up. And actually, probably the best way to do this is, since the tallest building is this manufacturer, this is where we put a sloped roof going down, kind of like I did with the Crystal Oscillator Factory. You guys have seen that. Just the triple frame look at the top there. I might actually be better as like the base. Let's try that. And then regular at the top. Yeah, what? This has like concrete at the bottom. Is that how it's supposed to look? That's interesting. It has like a totally different feel to it than the regular frame window. Can dig it. Looks good. We'll do that for all of our first level walls and then use the regular walls above. Okay. All right, now we have to... We got to do one more here. The control replace is S tier. I know, right? It's wonderful. Okay, let's do the... I guess we'll start with... There's the freaking roofs here. Start with 2 meter and see how that looks. That might be too quick. Let's do 1 meter. Ooh, that's just about right. So basically it's 7 meters and then we'll have 1 meter wall there. So we'll see how that goes. I also like how this slopes the same as the... Not quite the same because that's a steeper slope, but you can just do that. And we will be changing the roof type, don't worry. Now we throw the 1 meter... Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't finish, that's why. Okay. Yeah, that should go over to here. Oh no, that's... Never mind, that shouldn't have anything. Hold up. It should be like that. And we'll end up replacing some of these windows. These are just placeholders until we're done. So if it looks a little bit too windowy, just give it a couple minutes here till we finish it up. Running around zooping walls reminds Rilip of Inception for some reason. Do they, I mean, they obviously don't zoop walls in Inception. Which part of it reminds you of Inception? What a weird thing to say, Rilip. Alright, and we get this here. Alright, and now we do flat wall or flat roof on the top. Hold up. Which side of these? Yeah, no, that's right. You want the pieces to stay like that. Okay. The way the buildings move and change shape. Okay. So what, it's kind of like Doctor Strange? You have to explain everything to me in terms of Marvel movies, Philip. I haven't seen Inception, mostly, is the reason. Surprised they never made an Inception 2. But then Christopher Nolan made Tenet. It's exactly like Doctor Strange. Not to be confused with Doctor Sleep, which is a totally different movie. And then run this over to here. All right, and now glass. Glass everywhere. Good thing I have silica coming in. Otherwise, this would be a pain in the butt. Like, imagine if I had to be carrying all the building materials on me. That's how it used to be. Then they added the whatchamacall, the dimensional depots. The best invention ever. All right, so once we finish this, we'll put the side pieces on, and then we'll see about making this less glassy. And probably adding some additional entrances. Yeah, no, that looks good. Have I actually seen Doctor Strange? I've seen Doctor Strange. I saw both of them. The first one and the second one. It is very glassy in here. The roof doesn't connect. Yeah, no, we're not done yet. It does connect to the glass or the windows, but we have to add the extra bits here now, which is going to be ramps. And one annoying thing about ramps is they don't zoop the way you want them to, like the foundations do. So you have to actually like raise them up by one every time, which is super annoying. Yeah, I saw all the Marvel movies up until Spider-Man, I think. No, Spider-Man, whichever the multiverse one, because as soon as they started talking about multiverses, I'm like, I'm out. I hate that multiverse crap. I realized that Endgame was sort of like going in that direction. Like, okay, well, whatever, you know, it's the last movie, they got to get creative with it. But yeah, if you're just like casual multiverse, I'm like, I'm not interested. I do not dig on the multiverse. I think it's stupid. Because it's always some convoluted nonsense. There's no reason that everything has to be a multiverse. Excess those. Oh no, I saw the Spider-Verse. I saw the first Spider-Verse movie. I haven't seen the second one. All right, now we need to replace these with basic walls. So it's consistent all around the top there. And then we might want some of these roofs to be metal. But I don't know where exactly. Maybe just the back one. It looks like it's got a little more support to it. and then the rest is all good. And then how do you guys feel about this window type here? Or should I have it consistent all the way through? I feel like this is better, like the whatever these ones at the bottom are better for like a hallway or something where it's just one layer of window. The windows feel very sterile. Can you paint the frames? I can. Not with these ones. Not the ones on the bottom level. I can paint these other guys that I'm putting down now. And then we'll do the floor. That's the next part. Okay, let's do the floor. Coated concrete, here we go. I'm gonna burn through all my plastic now. No time like the present, right? Christmas present. Speaking of Christmas presents, guys, I am seeing trailers for Red 1 on YouTube now. You know what that means? Nobody knows what it means. It means Red 1 is almost here, and I'm gonna go see it in theaters. I'm gonna be there opening night. I'm gonna pre-order my ticket. I'm gonna drag Emmy along. We're gonna get a popcorn bucket. It's got a big Santa head or whatever. It's got Chris Evans' face on there, and he's saying, "Oh, that was disturbing." It's gonna be awesome. I love terrible movies. Unironically. Well, ironically. Literally showed you one the day it... No. I know that I'm talking about it's like showing up in ads. Obviously, you can watch the trailer if you seek it out, but now I'm seeing it unprompted. Which means it's almost here. That's all I'm getting at. I know we watched the trailer on YouTube, but now it's in ad form. Is Red 1 just Santa's code name? Yes. And they hire Chris Evans, who is on the naughty list, to join up with The Rock, who is Santa's bodyguard, to track down who stole Santa and save Christmas. It's gonna be awesome. Best Christmas movie maybe ever. I don't want to, like, you know, say for sure because I haven't seen it yet, but this may be the best Christmas movie of all time. It is entirely possible. Okay, that looks good. So we go there. That connects to you. And then we grab a wall outlet Mark 1. Speaking of Red 1, put that there. So yeah, I'm a little excited about it. I don't know about you guys. Probably no one else. I'm probably the most excited person in the world to see this film. And that's true. It's J. Jonah Jameson as Santa Claus. You can't go wrong with that. All right. Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Thought it was gonna stick through. It doesn't. Let me just extend it a bit then. He has a name. It's J.K. Simmons. I know what it is. I guess probably the least exciting thing in it is gonna be The Rock. Wait, when did he play Jameson? In the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and also in the new Spider-Man movies. What are you talking about, Rilip? He doesn't know. How did he not know that? Even I know that. You didn't even recognize him. Wow. Okay. All right. He was also in Invincible, or he's in all of Invincible, which is the cartoon, the superhero cartoon where people like get their bodies like blasted into pieces and everyone's like, yeah, this is what superhero comics are really about. Yeah, nobody wants to see Superman punch members of the KKK. They want to see people getting their like brains exploded for some reason. I don't get it. There's a lot of sick people in this world. I knew it was the guy from Drumline. It's not called Drumline, really. It's called Whiplash. It's just, I don't think he was in Drumline. That is a movie. That's a different movie. I guess he could have been. I don't know. Okay, wood. So that's all put away now. X says I'd watch KKK and Nazis get punched by Superman. I know. I've been saying that. That's what the old comics had. There's a comic from like the 40s or the 50s where Superman's like, if you see anybody who like hates people because their skin is a different color or whatever, then they're not a real American and you should hate them. And I'm like, yeah, when did Superman get woke? Oh, 100 years ago? Awesome. All right. What else we got? We could maybe get rid of this. No. We had that there for a reason. That's fine. Okay, so we need to have power coming in now. I guess we could have power coming in from over here if we extended the foundations out a little bit. Get those scooped up. And zoop it till we can't zoop it no more. I guess we can zoop it for a while. Zoop this one as well. Basically, we want to have a foundation that we can connect to and then build on top of. So if we do a 1 meter foundation and then another 1 meter foundation, that should let us build a ramp around the side that we can attach to. And that is totally fine. So can we get a... Wire is too long, it says. Oh, it's so close though. Come on, man. You got any more of that wire? How far can the wire go? I guess if we do one more, it could work. Nope. I don't need the full thing. Hold on. Let's just try to connect it. There we go. Okay, and then that goes from here to the corner. And then from the corner to here. And that should power all the machines. Got it. Got that. Now we gotta cover this up. I guess we can do it with 1 meter. We don't have to do 2 meter ramp. Let's grab ourselves a 1 meter ramp. Up, over, and down. Very cool. Grab another one here, and then this will be used to get the... Wait a minute. Well, look at that. Like we linked everything up after all. Make sure everything is filled in now. Okay, looks good. I hear a bean. Where's that bean? How did he get in there? What the fuck? Well, I don't know how he got in there, but I guess he's stuck. Okay, let's get all these powered up then. So we'll start here. That one. We'll go down the list. I guess this doesn't need to be there. That could be like that. And we should be able to power all 3 of these from just one. Yep, nice. Okay, that works. Fortunately, that is now used up. We can go down the other side. They spawn indoors. Yeah, I was told that if you okay, well now it's wandered over there. If you build foundations or you build near the spawn points, the aliens stop spawning. That the lie detector determined that was a lie. So somebody is telling tall tales, I guess. Okay, I am realizing now that this should be the other kind. This guy right here. Connect that up to that. Wait, what the? Really? Did I goof that up? Give me a beam connector, please. Yeah, these things fucking suck, man. I could kill it, but it'll just come back, so I guess I'll leave it for now. Okay, now we gotta run the power over here. That shouldn't be too hard. I mean, it's gonna be a little hard because we gotta connect everything up, but once we do that, it should be easy. So that goes... Oh, shoot. We got ourselves a whole lot of smelters we gotta hook up still. Alright, let's see if we can get right in the middle. We can't? Okay, that's fine. Just do 2 at a time. We got 12. I'm not gonna waste time trying to get 1 for each individual thing. Okay. Looks good. All right. Last set of smelters is done. Okay, they're all on. Let's make sure that looks correct. Doesn't. I think this needs to be, yeah, right there. Needs to be further away from the center line to match up with that one. That one's good. That one's good. This one's not good. Man, I wish I could have this level of, like, annoying attention to detail in real life. Although it does seem like it would get very tiring. Okay, so these can go here. Boom. Boom. And then we need power to these guys. So 1 and 2. And then we got to go up here. Wait, where's this one back here? Okay, no, that works. We should be able to run this. Oh, that can't connect anything. I suppose not. Yeah, okay, we can just convert it to a Mark II, or we can use it from over here, I guess. Yeah, that works. Okay. Rilip says we need some automated sentry guns like in Factorio to keep the floor clean. Yeah, we could upgrade to the Mark II things, but we don't need to. Wait, are these off? Oh man, they are. Yeah, make sure those are running. Let's make sure these are running. No power. What do you mean no? Oh, because I unhooked. Wait a minute. Hold on. Why is there no power actually? There should be power. What do you mean no power? There's power there. That goes inside. It connects over to here. And then that connects down to here. So there is power. What do you mean no power? Okay, well, I mean, that makes sense why those aren't working. Because they don't have anything. Yep. Yep. Okay. Ingots. Yep. Okay, we got it. Ingot. Did I miss? Aha. That's the brake. Aha! Figured it out. Okay, cool. Now we can go back to hover mode, which will save me a lot of time over here. Okay, so now all the ores should be coming out. All the miners should be running. All the smelters should be going. Wait, look at that. Now that's a real factory going. All right, and if we come in here, we should be able to see the ingots. Oh, yep, there go the ingots. Awesome. There goes the screws. Looking good. Everything's just working now. It's great. All right, now we got to go hook up. We got to get rubber. That's going to be the hard thing here. Oh, that's why I had so much iron, because I was making iron pipes. Because that's the other recipe. It needs iron pipes instead of rubber. So we need to bring rubber in. So time for our next train. Rubber in front. Good thing I made that note. I would have forgot by now. So we're going to make the... I guess this is just going to have one freight car. So this is going to be... I don't know. The rubber ducky. That's a fun name. So it's going to go to Oil Islands loading, where it's going to pick up only rubber, which is another awesome thing with trains is you can make it only pick up certain things. And then Grassy Plains Depot, where it's just going to unload. So we'll save that, but we're going to take it for a ride to make sure it's working. But I want to make sure this is set to unload. Yes, okay. So we'll turn on self-driving and make sure it's working. And also I have a bunch of modular frames I gotta use. Shoot. I also have a bunch of computers I gotta use. Oh boy. There's a lot of things I gotta do that I keep not doing because I'm doing other things. Much like that wonderful clip that got posted in the Discord. I forgot who, maybe Captain Sandwich, maybe Mighty Stoosh, of Hal from Malcolm in the Middle trying to fix the light bulb and just encountering a series of challenges along the way. It was wonderful. It was you. It was Mighty Stoosh that done it. Yeah, I watched it. I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before. Because unfortunately, I have not seen that much Malcolm in the Middle. I feel like I missed out when the show was... I mean, I probably wasn't living in the US when the show was on the air, to be fair. It's the best open. Okay, all right. Well, I will, I'll take your word for that. I haven't seen every single episode of Malcolm in the Middle. So I can't speak on one or the other. All right, here we go. We're turning, and we're here. So we're gonna get out and make sure we're picking up the rubber. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna pick up the rubber because it's in the front. So let's make sure. There it goes. Beautiful. Look at that. And that is set to load. These should both be set to load, actually. Yeah, they are. All right, we're gonna ride it home and then we're gonna see. I don't know how much rubber we're making, but we're probably making more rubber than we need to do this. Oh, look at that. The trains can just pass each other. How cool is that? think you can paint the trains. I should see what some of the options are for painting them. I guess all the different colors. But I wonder if you can paint them like chrome or gold or anything like that. That might look really cool. It'd be cool if you could do a first-person view from inside the locomotive. I guess all the vehicles, they switch you to a third-person view, right? Like the Explorer and the truck and the... Although the tractor, you're not even inside of it. You're standing on the back. Probably have terrible field of view from back there. All right, we're coming back. Let's check on the rubber. Go, train, go. All right, so that should be the last of the Grassy Fields factories now. So I should not have to do any more nonsense in the Grassy Fields when it comes to building. Everything else will be someplace else. All right, let's make sure that that's gonna work. Just gonna pick it up and drop it in there. So we'll just let that run then. Seems like it's working. So this should be filling up with rubber here now. Okay, so once the train leaves, it should start coming out. Yep, there it goes. Okay, we're getting rubber. It's coming out. Let me go see how much we need, and we can upgrade the conveyor belts as needed. Oh wait, shoot, it's not even hooked up yet. No, it is, it is. Yeah, there it comes. Okay, we're good. You could do a color choose or hex code. You can. The problem is I'm not great with colors, so I would pick a couple of colors that don't work very well together, and then it would look awful. Which is why I haven't really done anything outside the default colors. Because every time I try, I hate the way that it looks, so I just go back to the orange and purple. Yeah, we really need an entrance up here. Because we don't need one. It's not like an imperative. Say we do one right there. Yeah, let's say we want to go like that. If I was trying to get up there, what would I do? Probably something like this. And then a little ramp. Well, shoot. 2-meter ramp, I guess. Yeah, that, like I said, that's the downside of doing the 6-meter logistics floor, is that there's no 6-meter ramp, guys. You gotta get creative with it. And as you can see from my factories, I'm not terribly creative. All right, there we go. So that takes us in here. We got this guy, our little friend. The encased industrial beams are not working. Let's see what's going on there. What seems to be the problem? Oh, the concrete's not running. Hold on. The concrete mine is not running. That's why. There we go. Do I have some extra concrete on me? I do. Cool. We'll let that go. All right, let's start to do some decorations, I guess. My favorite part of the build, when we make things look at least a little bit better than they did. That looks good. The only issue I would say here is that This is kind of a weird point. You can't, I guess we could do something like this. We do foundation, and then a 1 meter, something like that. That works. Okay. There we go. All right, I like that. All right, now to the top. Hex says gold and purple are good if you want something to contrast. Yeah, maybe that's what they were going for. Like this sort of dull purplish with the kind of brightish orange. Or are you saying for me? Because that's the Vikings colors, Hex. I'm well aware of the purple and gold. That's also why the Lakers are purple and gold, because they were originally from Minnesota. Which makes sense because there are lakes in Minnesota. There are no lakes in LA. Well, maybe there's, I don't know, some like dry lake beds or something. Also, are they still in LA or did they move? Zoop. I guess we want to do this then. And hope that it doesn't, the grass doesn't poke through. It does not. Awesome. I think. Let's double check. Yeah, looks good. I don't see anything and nothing. I mean, if we'd gone one more, the grass would be poking through, but we didn't, so we're good. Okay. But yeah, I haven't really been worrying about colors too much. I'm fine with my fix-it standard orange. But definitely I like the different textures. I think those are, it's a lot of good options there. Probably do a ramp up to here. Looks good. Go down here. This takes us down. Put some more over here. And then we'll have to do the exterior a little bit more. And maybe the interior is kind of open or empty right now, I think. Not a whole lot going on there. But maybe that's just how it has to be. Okay. Shoot, I didn't hook this up. Do I need to? I don't think so. I think we decided that at most we're using 30 per minute. We're making way more concrete than we need. Wow. Okay, well, in that case, why don't we go ahead and add storage here so we can start storing these. And then we'll be done, and then we can move on to the next thing if there's time, which there very well may not be. Throw on a dimensional depot for cloud storage, and there we go. Okay, we're now making heavy modular frames. We can throw all the extras in there. We got modular frames. It's already full, so we can't do that. All right, let's do some exterior work here. So one of the most important things I find is that these corners that are created when you have walls meeting, you can just easily fix those with the beams. And the same goes for like roof lines and stuff. We're just gonna run the roof like this. And then it also looks weird where the beams intersect. So that's where the beam connectors come in, and then there you go. All better. There's actually, maybe there's something we can do with this steel wall here on the top. To give it a little bit of contrast. And then maybe for the bottom we could do concrete. That might look good, so it looks sort of like a foundation. Kind of just have to learn these things as I go. I'm hoping that the next time I play through the game, whenever that ends up being, I'm a little bit more I don't know what the word would be. I guess proficient with all this stuff, so I can do it from the beginning rather than doing it after the fact. But I think if you build like this from the beginning, you're gonna have a much easier time not having to redo all your factories. All right, so we put that there, and that looks like it connects. Very nice. Although it is a little bit steep there. I wonder if we could go a little higher. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. All right, on to the concrete walls. Curious to see what Mighty Stoosh's factories look like. I've seen some of what Captain Grassowinch's factories look like. I've not seen a Mighty Stoosh original yet. So you'll have to post some screenshots in the Discord when you get a chance, Mighty Stoosh. So we can all look at it and be like, oh, well, you know, obviously Star can't build that well, so. We'll all praise him. Not that great right now. Oh no, very boxy. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with a boxy factory. That's how most factories in real life look. Like my copper cable factory, like this over here, that was my first like official factory, whatever you want to call it, with like walls and stuff, and that's very boxy. I've got these ones down here. I kind of like these. They look like big barns. And then I have the concrete factory down there that has more of a warehouse look to it. I think I've sort of gotten to where I have like a house style. But I'm hoping, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever evolve beyond this, maybe someday. But right now though, I kind of like using the parts as they were quote unquote intended. Like use walls for walls and use roofs for roofs and use beams to make everything look a little bit better. But I'm not like I don't know that I would ever get to the point where I'm using beams at weird angles to put foundations to make like big spiraling structures or anything like that, like some of the stuff you'll see on the subreddit. I like using the parts as they are, not as they can be used, like it in an advanced way. It just looks capitalist. What does that mean? It's boxy. That's well, this is not that boxy. It's more boxy than it probably needs to be. It's at least not one of those concrete monstrosities that you might see. The people who are really into the brutalist stuff, which is fine. I like that look too. But I'm more of a, like I said, I use the pieces as mostly as they were intended. We're gonna see how that goes though. I think as I get into some more open areas where I have a lot more freedom to build, we'll see some additional building styles or additional building techniques come out. Okay, so there we go. That's our heavy modular frame factory. It's very empty, yes. You can see that, obviously. Also, what is going on here? Everything's yellow. Are we just fully loaded on screws? Yeah, we are. Oh man. What's going on here? Oi! What's all this then? Oh, we're low on, okay, I think we need to upgrade. We're making 41.6 times 5. I think we might need faster belts down below. Let's go check it out. going on here? Is it not hooked up? No, it is. Is it just not going fast enough? Oh, this probably needs to be level 3 or something. All right, let's go fix that. Well, hey, the camera's been holding up pretty well tonight. That's surprising. I don't know why it was so weird like all those other times. Oh shoot, which one's the screws? I guess we can crack it open here. It's this one. Yeah, we need 208, so yeah, that needs to be. The screws need to have the Mark III. All right, you're fucking done. Get out of here. I can't have you running around indoors in my factory. You will remove yourself, or you will be removed. There we go. All right, we got rid of him. Okay, so yeah, everything else is under 60. Screws is the only thing that we have to worry about. So, looks good. Now let's go do some cleanup work. I think we're done in here. I mean, I realize like we didn't use half the factory floor. It's kind of silly. Like we're just making 2 per minute. Yeah, ripping pepperoni to the bean there. Look, they don't have to spawn on my buildings. They could, there's plenty of grass out here. I didn't pave it all over. They brought this on themselves. We're gonna grab a bunch of modular frames. Because yeah, I had been storing those up in with the idea that I would ship them elsewhere. But since I'm only making 10, and this big ass factory is making 10 modular frames, which only makes 3 heavy modular frames apparently. So we're gonna have to get a little bit bigger. I did not do an environmental impact study before building. That's true. I considered it, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. That's on me. I'm just gonna throw these all away. Okay, so where are we at now? It's after 9 o'clock, so I guess we made 1 building and 1 new rail line. That's all that I did. I guess my plan for this weekend, you guys won't be seeing it because, I mean, unless you want to hang out on Saturday and watch me play some more. But I'm going to be building a, what are these? Radio control unit? Is that what they're called? When you're making a factory to make those over in the Northwest Desert. In fact, I'm going to go up to the Rocky Desert and we're going to show that area off where that's going to get built. And I'm kind of tempted to move the space elevator again. Wait, what the heck? That's as fast as it can go. Let's get the Mark. Oh, it has Mark 5. That's just slower than I would like, huh? That's annoying. Well, I guess we can go grab the other stuff while we're waiting. This area looks like your end goal is to pave the entire world. It kind of like is a little bit. Not the entire world because the map is way too big. But I like when things are paved. I think it looks really nice. And I don't pave everything. I leave some green spaces for drainage. And because there's a big rock in the way. All right, rubber's coming in, looks good. Modular frames are going out, looks good. All right, does anybody have any complaints about the design that I can I guess look at now before I walk away from this building and never look at it again, which is kind of what I'm doing now. Clean those out. What is that, the rubber? That's the rubber ducky. Need some potted plants. There are no plants. There's no decorative plants. There are signs. I guess I could I could put down some conveyor belts and put some leaves on them, and that would kind of make it a potted plant. But there's nothing like in stationeers where you can actually put down little plant thingies, little planters. All right, how many? We have 62 coupons. For me to coupon. Yeah, look, I left plenty of area still green. Some over there. Although that is begging for a... Nah, that's probably good the way that it is. Oh, hold on. Did I did not do the star shard trick here. We put a little bit of a little inclined ramp in there. Very important that we do that. Okay, how are we doing on power now, actually? Max consumption is 9,600, so we're almost at our capacity. So I'm probably gonna have to start working on my next generation facility before I get too much further. That sucks. What do we got here? Biomass, biomass, logs and shit. Okay. Yeah, I had I don't know if you guys had seen, I had a big thing here that was auto sorting all of my stuff that I would bring back, all my biomass, and turning it into stuff. I tore that down so I could pave it more. Now we have these big stairs. I don't know, I feel like I could do something with this open area, but I don't know what. Because again, we're limited in height to where the manta ray flies. So that's kind of a problem. We got a nut. Put the nut away. All right, let's head back over. Like I said, we're gonna go to the Rocky Desert. Gonna show off what I've been working on, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. Wow. I left that as asphalt, huh? Maybe change that back. Although, what does fix it frame look like if I do that? Doesn't look too bad, does it? No, it definitely does. Concrete looks best. That asphalt looks kind of cool though. We might want to do something with that. Like, what if I kind of had like a pseudo road going up through here? Like I could put some barriers down at the end. Oop. Oh, hold on. Barriers, barriers. Like a construction fence or something at the end. That looks kind of cool. Those are pretty good decoration, actually. Could use that more around the base. All right, over to the railroad. We're gonna catch a ride. We gotta catch the circuit train, actually, if we can. There's the circuit train now. We should be able to catch it if we get over there in time. Yep, it's heading this way. Time for a little train heist. Oh, here comes the rubber ducky. All right, we're in. Okay, we're heading over to the Rocky Desert. We're gonna take the circuit train, and then we'll be done. I'm making high-speed connectors right now. I think I'll have to look at the recipes because I want to make the radio control units, which I think require high-speed connectors and computers and some other third and possibly fourth thing. And then I need to make batteries so I can do drones and stuff. And I love this railroad. It looks so good. I was watching a video today. Somebody had they were coming up with a grand plan to exploit every resource node on the map, and then using a ring network of rail, like a big railroad going around the whole map, they'd bring everything to local depots and then ship it to a centralized factory where they would make everything. And I thought that was such a cool idea. Like, just imagine the like train stations you'd have to have, all the different conveyor belts bringing stuff over to the like local areas, having to build out the railroad network itself. Like, even though I have blueprints for it, it's still a huge pain in the butt to try to find like where to actually put the tracks down. We got pretty lucky with this spot here where we go over and then we can kind of just go straight. All right, there it is down there. Ooh, look at that. That is my, I'm using the water from that little lake to make Caterium ingots, because there's an alternate recipe that uses the refinery with water and Caterium ore to make the ingots. And then I send the quick wire down there to make the high-speed connectors. Mostly I wanted that because I wanted to make the smart bullets, which is we did. But now I want to use them to make the radio control units, which I have not done yet. But this train is capable of also delivering computers. Unfortunately, I think we're only making 10 computers thereabouts per minute. So it wouldn't be a super fast, thing going on. All right, let's get out. In fact, I think I have a bunch of computers saved up. Yeah, we have 1, 2. This is empty. That's full of circuit boards. So down here, you can see we're bringing in silica, which comes from over there, plus circuit boards. And we're using the alternate recipe that uses circuit board, silica, and quick wire to make the high-speed connectors. So let's go look at it. Here it is. It's a pretty boxy factory, pretty standard design. Nothing too fancy. Just logistics floor, same as the other one. And yeah, these are cranking out 3 per minute times. Okay, 18 is not too bad. And if we look at the not high speed, radio control unit, that is what they're called. Oh, that just requires computers. Aluminum casing. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. So aluminum casing, that's a tough one. Because right now the only place I have aluminum is right here. And that's not close to anything. I have no way. I mean, I guess the closest would be down here. That wouldn't be too bad. So I could deliver it here, or I think I have another train over here right now that I could run up into the hills a bit, because this is eventually going to also be a place to make. So there's Caterium here. Maybe I could make the control units here. We could, I don't know, use this quartz plus the copper. That's a normal purity node though. I guess we have water nearby. More Caterium down here. Let me see what my computer recipes are. I think I just have the, oh no, I have, okay. So if we have rubber, we do have rubber. We could use the rubber ducky to deliver excess rubber plus Caterium plus circuit boards to make computers. So this is a good example of why having a train network is great, because I can say, oh, I make this here and I make this here. I can just send it all to one place. And there we go. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I'm going to make supercomputers here, which requires AI limiters and computers and plastic, which is all produced relatively close by. All right, well, let's get out of here. Thanks everybody for watching me indulge myself and play this game that I keep wanting to play. I don't know why. Something about it. It's a great game. I recommend it to everybody. Unless you really, really don't like automation games, in which case, yeah. Where's the music, guys? The music has disappeared on me. 1 second. We got to do the outro music. You can't forget the outro music. It's almost Halloween. There we go. Oh, jeez. That's kind of loud. Okay, there we go. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming out, watching Satisfactory. There's nobody here. That's okay. This is a self-indulgent stream. I know. I get it. Everybody wants to watch Kerbal Space Program. Anyway, I'll see you guys Monday. If you'd like to join us for games tomorrow, that's as always at 1 o'clock Central. Sometime around there, just pop into the Discord, the voice chat, and we'll get you whatever we're doing. Okay, good night everybody. Bye-bye.